everyone, if you don't know me already, I'm the Miraculous Guy, and welcome to the channel. Before I start this video, I would like to ask you to please be civil in the comments down below. On this channel, we respect others' opinions, and at least try to hear out their ideas and what they stand for. I can say that I absolutely enjoyed this episode, but I believe that the previous episode, thanks to them, was much cleaner and much more organized. So for this review, for this most recent episode for the future, I will be separating it into 5 categories. Now, these 5 categories will be very simple. First, we will have Luce's story. Then we will have the rest of the Owl crew. Then we will have the Isles, along with the Collector. After this, we will have Bellows and his plan. And then finally, we will have what I think is in store for the last episode of the Owl House. Get ready, Owlings. You're gonna enjoy this. And now, a word from our sponsor, Amazon. No, I'm just kidding. Amazon didn't frickin' sponsor me. I'm not even monetized. How can I get sponsored? But no, I just wanted to show you guys this cool unboxing thing I did. I didn't know if I was going to make it its own separate video or if I was going to put it in this one, but I guess I'm putting it in this one. So I look like Luce now. Yeah, I got the Luce hoodie and I got her jacket. The hoodie, it's pretty snug. It fits pretty well. I like it very much. I'm actually wearing it right now as I'm recording this. It's not too tight and it's not too oversized. The jacket, on the other hand, is not very small, but it is quite small and I'm probably going to return it. Not a big of a deal. I can just get one in a larger size. This happens all the time with Amazon. But, yeah. So, tell me what you guys think of the new look down below. Let's get on to the real video. Like we're sponsored by Amazon. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Luce has come a long way since season 1. No longer is she that clueless, open-minded girl who wanted to embark on a magical journey. Now she's older, more experienced, closed-minded, and focuses more on her friends than herself. There's a huge difference between our Luce from season 1 and 2 and this Luce that we have now. Luce has obviously become much different and her views have changed from her previous self. Remember, and thanks to them, when Luce revealed in her digital diary that she wanted to stay on Earth to keep the Owl crew out of harm's way? During this episode, Luce was going to tell Amity about this, but was interrupted by Kikimora. Another thing, how did the Owl crew not realize this was Kikimora? I realized they had the same voice actress, Mayla Lee, who is also the voice of Tiki on Miraculous Ladybug, and automatically knew that this was Kikimora. At first, I wasn't too sure, but eventually it came back to me and I was like, yeah, that's Kikimora. But back to Luce, she is still keeping things from her friends, even though she told Amity that they would all get through this together, or at least her and Amity would. I know she was going to tell her, but that's the thing, she was going to. I feel as if it's too late for a lumity breakup, but who knows? They have a lot to fit into this last episode, and I can't wait to see what they will have to offer. In all honesty, I think we all got our fair share of development from most, if not all, the Owl crew. We got a continuation of Hunter being paranoid over Bellows, which is honestly pretty acceptable given what happened to Flapjack. Camila, meanwhile, slowly starts to adapt to the demon realm. Also, I was right about Luce's mom being a huge nerd along with her dad. Willow and Gus are kind of just there. Kind of like how they were for the entire series. Listen, before you write your angry rant comment about Gus and Willow. Sure, you can argue that Willow was hiding all her insecurities during this episode, but we kind of already knew this. But it is still a nice way to wrap up her half a witch arc, dating all the way back to season 1, episode 3, I Was a Teenage Abomination. I guess you can say we also wrapped up her romance with Hunter, which was hyped up all throughout season 2. Perhaps you can say Gus wrapped up his relationship with Matt, which is his real name. Remember when I called him that? Remember when I literally just said his name was Matt, not Matt Tholomew? Oh my gosh, guys, I guessed it right. No, that's just me calling him by Matt because I was just using a shorter version, but it doesn't really matter anymore. Other than all that, I'm still a firm believer in the introduction of Hunter really taking away from these characters and their development. Last but not least, we have Amityblight. Probably still the best character of the show, if not one of the best. Amity has grown so much since her first appearance in I Was a Teenage Abomination. She is now the most loving, caring, and awesome girlfriend Luz could ever ask for. Something I was not expecting was Basha's sudden proposal. Like, was she asking her to join the team again, or was it something more? Was Basha always jealous of Luz and Amity's relationship? It gets you wondering. Where do I even start with the Isles and the Collector? The Owl House game the Collector referred to in Thanks to Them was not what I was expecting. I don't think any of us expected what was presented in this episode. The Collector turned everyone into their toys. This is kind of messed up. I mean, King agrees. Also, apparently King was able to release both Ida and Lilith. Well, I should say King was able to convince the Collector to release them, and I know it happened off screen, but I really want to know how that played out, so there's some little hope in me that we might get to see it in the final episode, but I don't think so. Also, Lilith, again, one of my favorite characters, they cut her hair, fully and completely removing herself from the Emperor, well, Belos, and the Coven in a whole. Amity did do it first, but just to think that she did as well. Two of my favorite characters changing their hair and changing who they are. Absolutely amazing. Also, do you remember in the final moments of this episode when the Collector says, "Let's play a new game"? I think we know what this game is going to be. Look when King was reading the book to the Collector. Look what that says. It clearly states something about wiping a planet clean. I don't know what that means, but yeah, wiping a planet clean is pretty insane. Also, I forgot to mention Odalia. She does not matter. I know she owns a bakery, but she has nothing to add to this story. No more. She has never mattered. She does not matter. I don't care about the bakery, guys. Alright, so Belos kind of in an interesting situation where he does not have a body right now. So he's kind of in his, like, I think I called it a magic form last time, but he's in his, like, disfigured form. And yeah, he's in a very interesting spot because he does not have a body. He tries to get one of his golden guards, one of his, like, clones or whatever, but it does not work. I believe he says it wasn't ready, or it didn't even look like it was alive. Like, it looked very dead. He's been doing real planning in the shadows, really. So he hasn't really been, like, up in front around our heroes. He's been more in the shadows. And his plan, his backup plan, because he couldn't use the body, was to convince the Collector, well, not even convince, was to tell the Collector that King was betraying him. I think I said that wrong. I meant to say that he couldn't use his clone body, so instead he used Rain's body to tell the Collector that King was betraying him. Also, I wanted to mention, the person Luz saw in the beginning of the episode, was that part of Belos's plan, or is that just a vision of the future, or is that her talisman? Like, what happened? Oh, also, Luz has a talisman now. I completely forgot to mention that, but yeah, pretty weird. Belos is ultimately what leads the collector to play a new game, which is going to be not only to wipe out the Boiling Isles, but the entire planet. Ooh, well, that was a very long video. Well, that's all I really have for you guys. And the last question I have, what is in store for the Owl House? Well, I know we're gonna have the last episode in about a few months, which is very upsetting. But until then, all we can do is theorize. What do I think will happen? I believe exactly what I saw. The collector is gonna do something that is absolutely insane. What do you guys think the collector will do? What do you think is next for the Owl House? Do you think a book will come out like how Amphibia did? Personally, I think that's kind of likely. I don't know what book it would be, because we don't know if Luce has a journal, but maybe it'll just be like, I'm sure we've seen like, oh, maybe we'll get a Good Witch Azora book. That would be really cool if we get a Good Witch Azora book. That would be really, really awesome. Hopefully we do get that. I would definitely buy that and read that. So, yeah, but hey, tell me down below what you think is next for the Owl House. I would like to hear your thoughts, something I always love to hear on the channel. Apart from that, I've been the Miraculous Guy. Please have a wonderful day or night wherever you're in the world. Make sure, if you did enjoy this video, to leave a like and subscribe. That will also be greatly appreciated. Apart from that, I will see you all later. Please have a wonderful day or night wherever you're in the world. I know I just said that, but please, 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 I want you to. Okay. I will see you in the next one, guys. And please, tell me any video topics you want me to talk about. I will gladly do it. I will see you guys later. Final time I'm saying it. I'm so sorry. Up, and away. Bye.